فاتحة. السلام عليكم. والصلاة والسلام على رسولنا محمد سيد الأولين والآخرين. ما تدعي رسول الله تدعي سادة أصحابه وتدعي مشايخنا دستور مولانا إن شاء الله فاز داستان إن شاء محمد كان مدد طريقتنا الصحبة والخير في الجمعية. فيغمر صلى الله عليه وسلم مؤمن يؤلف ويألف. Mümin olan insan halim selim insanlardan iyi geçinen.
Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says and describes the believer as someone who gets along well with everyone peacefully.
İnsandır diyor. Ona alışılır, o da başkalarına alışır.
Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, describes the believer as a peaceful person who himself gets along with people and who is easy to get along with.
İnsanların huyları tabii herkesin değişik olduğu için.
Everyone has a certain character. Everyone has unique traits.
Onu tahammül etmek müminin sıfatı.
And it is the characteristic of a believer to get along with people and to tolerate people's characters.
Tarikat ehlinin sıfatıdır.
It is the characteristic of the followers of the tariqah that they get along with people and that they tolerate people's characters.
O da Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem'in sıfatı, sevdiği şeydir.
And this is also a characteristic which distinguishes our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, who would get along well with people and people would easily get along well with him. And this is what our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings, requests from the believers too, that they are people who get along well with others and also who are easy to get along with.
Onun için mümin insanlarla iyi geçinmesi lazım.
Therefore, a believer is someone who gets along well with people.
Tahammül etmesi lazım tabii
And a believer is someone who tolerates others.
Herkesin huyu var, değişik şeyler var.
Of course, everyone has a certain character. Everyone has their own traits.
Onları tahammül etmezse bir derecesinden düşüyor.
But a believer must find ways to get along with people and to manage to tolerate the characters of people. Because if a believer does not get along well with others, he will decrease in his rank.
İman var, İslam var.
And there is a difference between having faith, iman, and just being a Muslim with Islam.
Mümin var, Müslim var.
There is Islam, there's iman, there's a Muslim, and there's mu'min.
Mümin demek Müslümanın daha halis olanı.
To be a mu'min, to be a believer, means to be more pure, to be more sincere than an ordinary Muslim.
Onların Müslüman, herkes Müslümandır. İyi geçinen, kötü geçinen.
Everyone can be a Muslim, regardless of whether they get along with others or not.
Günah işleyen, kötülük yapan da Müslüman olabilir ama.
A Muslim can also be someone who sometimes does bad things or commits a sin.
Mümin öyle olmaz.
But a believer must be different, must be superior.
Mümin muhakkak insanlarla iyi geçinen.
A mu'min, a believer, must certainly get along well with people.
İbadetini yapan.
A believer, a mu'min, is someone who fulfills his worship.
Allah yolunda olan.
And who follows the way of Allah Almighty.
Haramdan korkup.
Who is afraid of doing something that is haram.
O sakınan.
And who restrains and refrains himself and stays away from doing something that is forbidden.
İyiliği yapmaya uğraşan insan.
And the believer, moreover, is someone who constantly struggles to do goodness.
İnsandır. Onun için Ona, Peygamber Efendimiz sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem'in sözleri, hadis-i şerifler çoğu kısadır ama
A believer is someone who always makes an effort to do goodness, and the words of our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, his sayings, they are short,
tam insanın aklından çıkmasın diye böyle olur.
but they are short so that people can easily remember them and easily can keep them in their minds without forgetting them.
Hem büyük bir sevap kazanmış olan insan onu yaparsa,
If a person fulfills the words of our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, he will gain great rewards,
hem rahat olur.
and he will live peacefully.
Bütün Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem'in sözleri, nasihatleri, bize talimatları bizim faydamız için.
All words of our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, all recommendations and all instructions are to our own benefit.
İnsanlığın faydası içindir.
All of them are for the benefit of humanity.
Allah onları yapmaya kolaylık versin.
May Allah Almighty make it easy for us to implement the words of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him.
Müessir etsin inşallah. Amin. Allah tevfik. El Fatiha.